Tried to push through. I still took some photos, but it didn't feel right. Something inside me cracked, and honestly, I felt defeated. Not every project becomes what you hope, but every project teaches you something, even the broke ones.
Good morning, guys. This is supposed to be the project what I, wanted make it happen for such a long time, and it's supposed to be a project what I plan to show in exhibition in Sydney. But this video will be about how I fail, how I plan something like for more than 2 years, and then during the photo shoot, actually during the day when we did the photo shoot, didn't work out. The story was about a guy who is mentally sick, and the reason why I wanted to do something like this, because I know some friends who are not mentally okay, and I think it's big thing, the mental health, and my father, he was mentally sick as well. He died when I was 11 years old. Since this I healed myself, but it wasn't easy, and I kind of like wanted to do story about someone who is not okay, and he actually expressing his emotions during the story, and then he actually leaving this planet, he dying, and then he crossing to another life. Speak a little bit about the vision. Started to be very clear probably like 2 years ago, when during a couple nights where I couldn't sleep because my brain usually like working a lot during the night. First time when I saw the image, or the first image for the story, it was probably 2 years ago, and I started to develop this idea, develop this image, develop this story all the way during the 2 years. And it's kind of like same when film director kind of like he always starting with one character, and then he will develop the story with maybe another character, and all on. So it was kind of like my process as well. And I always trying, when I'm creating something, I always trying to do straight away mood board. So I had some vision, and I started to do mood board. I started to write some notes. I wanted to have this mood board on the front of me. Always the idea, extend this idea more and more. It's supposed to be image guy who walked on the stairs to the heaven. I paid builders next door to build for me actually massive stairs. There's supposed to be image guy leaning on the rocks, tulips around him. I did this cool stone eyes as well, because in Vikings mythology, they left these eyes when someone died. The reason why they did this was because the bodies actually, or the souls, is crossing to another life. I had shot the guy standing on the rocks with burning skin. It didn't work out. I explain why. Another shot was opening shot, where the guy had last dinner on the rocks. And I was inspired here by Leonardo da Vinci, because he did his painting Last Supper. I wanted to create the table, bought some red wine, I bought bread. I didn't left the bread on the table. But I had some cutleries from my friend shop, some vintage, plate, and then I bought lobster. I kind of like wanted to do the shot a little bit artistic. I had maybe another one shot coming up, but it didn't work out as well. So yeah, let's speak about what was the issue. Always when I do my project, I always need someone who I feel like straight away, this is the person for this project. And for me, it's very important to have someone who I can see their soul inside the eyes. So you can see through to the eyes, like everything about people. When I look to modeling agencies here in Sydney, I couldn't find like the person who will fit to my project. And I contacted my friend from Dubbo. Dubbo is like 5 hours from Sydney, and we used to did together my project about bushfires. And I went on the morning to flower market. I bought tulips. There's huge flower market in Sydney where everyone going every morning, and like every florist buying their flowers there. It was a huge place with just flowers around. It was such a beautiful. So I bought tulips. I was so excited. I had morning coffee and I was ready. Yakubu, he had alarm, I think 5 a.m. He's supposed to leave 5 a.m. He left Dubbo, I don't know, 10 a.m. or something like this. And I was like, okay, you'll be here like 2 a.m. It's fantastic. So the idea was like shoot from 2 p.m. until 6. And I was like, look, we have 4 hours. I need probably 3 hours. We have something, some extra time. And then we will have dinner as team, and it will be amazing. And what actually happened was that we pack everything to the van.
Oh, a bit of both, but I love a bit of culture. Oh, well, hopefully we can get that into you, mate. Win 50 grand off of us, right? Legend, thanks, man.
1335. With Michael, we went to the location, and then Yakubu, he just called me that he's like 45 minutes that he, he's in city. And I asked like, why you are in city? Like, and because he texted me that he's supposed to be there already an hour ago. And I was like, why you are in city? Anyway, so he went to city for some reason, but I was still grateful that, he doing these things with us. And I love him. So he's my close friend. And so I kind of like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so he arrived when the sun was almost like down. Another friend, Vincent and Marcus. Vincent was my assistant, and Marcus, he did like behind the scenes for us. They arrived before Yakubu, so they kind of like helped me set up everything on the set. And then, okay guys, so let's go, we need to shoot. So then we did the first shoot with the table, but what's happened during the table shoot was actually that I did some Polaroid photos with my Polaroid, and I left my bag and my Mamiya medium format camera on the rocks, and there was a huge wave coming up, and the wave actually smashed my Mamiya. Basically, there was like I was kind of like I was just face to Yakubu, so Yakubu, it was actually you. Waves actually came from the left side and my camera was behind, so when I saw it that the wave actually coming, I looked like this, and then I looked to my camera, and the Mamiya was like, the water was like literally in the middle of the body of Mamiya. And I was like, no way, there is no chance that it can happen to me like this specific day. And then since this, I felt defeated. I was like, what's going on today? I was like, what someone can say to me? What I did wrong? Like, what the hell? Yeah, I felt I felt so bad. There was one specific time when I said to Vincent, my assistant, like, I can't, like, we don't have like time, we don't have sun, and we will lose the sun very soon. My camera was just recently under the water. Like, I don't know if I can continue. The Vincent, he told me that, you know, just keep going. You have your digital camera here as well. Just try to do some shots. And I'm happy that we did some shots. We actually did the last dinner shot. We did the shot with the tulips. And then the last shot, what we kind of like tried to shoot was the, you know, stair shop. But I was upset. I had this vision, I had this plan, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out well. And like, a reason why I was upset and confused as well was because the Jakubu, he is not based in Sydney. Otherwise, I will reshoot the whole shoot maybe next day or day after. And the frustration and the fear that I fail and everything was kind of like inside me. And I was so tired because, you know, we had so much like props and we had so much stuff with us, and just, you know, move everything from my home to, you know, the van, and then from the van to location and back to my home. Even this was just too much for me. But always when I have some vision, I have everything is perfect in my head, everything is perfect and needs to be perfect, you know, on set. And always, when I did always something, it was good. Some of you, maybe you know what I'm talking about, this kind of like feeling that if you are on set, it's always good to have the one photo, like the one very good photo, what you are like crazy happy and you are excited when you will see it on a computer. If you do like, you know, digital photo, if you do analog photo, sometimes you can see it as well through to viewfinder, and you're like, yeah, this will be good photo, I hope he will not playing or something. So and maybe I felt during this shoot, because it was so hectic and so chaotic, I felt maybe this energy maybe once, but it was like not fully. I don't know, like I was more worried about my camera, about the Mamiya, about the film inside. I have some images. I didn't lose anything. I just didn't have time to, you know, a little bit slow down and just have time for the shoot. I was very in a rush, and yeah, we just did 3 photos. Not even 3 photos. We did like 2.5 photos from 6 photographs, what I wanted to do. But it is what it is. I have option to reshoot the shoot, but I just don't have the energy, and I think something there trying to say to me like something, maybe you should just leave this project, or you should reshoot the project in future when you will be like a little bit more chill. I don't know. Maybe I will reshoot the shoot in Europe. Maybe no, because I will not have the stairs, but maybe I'll figure out different option. I don't know. It is just confusing still for me. I was confused. I'm still confused, and I was broken. But I guess this is the life, and you know, everyone is healthy, so this is the main important thing. But the conclusion is that sometimes your vision isn't ready, but maybe you are, but the world isn't. Yeah.